AntTrax got the trap job in.
Damn, what happened last night? 'Cause I had a bad little shawty on the left and my right side. Yeah, yeah. I took them both home, both home. Yeah, I took them both. Yeah, I took them both home, both home. Yeah, I took them both. Damn, why I took them both home? When I met you last night, shawty. Before I was, you swing on thighs, baby. I can't admit I was feeling your girl, she feeling me too. She was down on the lingerie twice. My flow so they don't squeak.
What up, 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 world? I go by the name of Dad Shay. Right now we are in the motherfucking building. This is Studio B of 3 Up HQ Studios. Studio A is the audio production room. Right now I got some really special guests in the motherfucking building. This is about our 10th one, right, Cool Guy? About 10th one? 10th one. Shout out to Cool Guy. He gets everything on film.
Shout out Cool Guy, man.
We got about like 6 cameras in here, so we feel like paparazzi. So we feeling good. But I got some really special guests in the building. 3 Up HQ is basically a creative workspace, and I'm doing these creative spotlights. And creative spotlights is highlighted on hand-picked artists who I feel like are doing amazing things in the actual game, whether it's from a production standpoint or just, you know, the overall grind. And I think a missing word is just relentlessness and making sure that they just continue what they actually sought out to be. So I appreciate having these 2 artists in the building. This is the first time we've done this only with producers, just as a heads up. But we got 2 really cool people in the motherfucking building. We got the homie AntTrax in the building, the homie Russ Cosson. Make some goddamn noise for these motherfucking people, man. Yeah. See, you like that? That shit sound like it's real. It's
That shit sound dope.
No, first and foremost, how the fuck y'all doing, man? How y'all living? How was your Thanksgiving?
Doing great,
man.
bro. How was your Thanksgiving, man?
My Thanksgiving was cool, man.
Still recovering, man. Still recovering.
Yeah. I don't know, Filipinos and, you know, you Vietnamese, so like we find any reason to just drink. Is that the same with you?
Of course, bro.
Yeah.
What you mean I'm on right now?
He goes, we only taking 2 shots. This Hennessy bottle almost gone. This motherfuckers got me on some goddamn Hennessy. But no, I appreciate you guys coming out here today. And
I appreciate you, bro, for doing this for us.
Yeah,
you know
appreciate it.
Big time.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little intro because I kind of got an idea. Then I'll have you guys go into it.
Okay.
But AntTrax, I got wind of you through Russ because I started following Russ. I think when he had that song with I Am Sue, and I was like, who's this dude? He going crazy, and he had a whole different approach. But I followed your production all the way down to you in the battle scene because you were doing producer battle, and you won that shit. Yeah. It was going crazy. So big fucking shout out to you. God damn it, you feel me? Give them their roses while they still here.
Yes.
Nah, but that was really inspirational. See, I've never actually got a chance to meet you till today, but I've been following you, and then more or less just kind of following the story behind it. But I saw because I read your link in your actual Instagram.
Oh yeah.
So you started more or less making beats, or you didn't make beats, but you were DJing in high school.
Yeah, bro.
And then you were like, fuck it. Why am I playing other people's shit? And you started making your own shit. So why don't you give people an introduction to who AntTrax is, maybe who you produce for, and just, you know, who you are as a person.
Yeah, appreciate it. So when I was 14, man, like you was either out in the streets trapping or you was making music and playing sports, you know.
Where'd you grow up?
Yeah, where you
San
from?
Jose, baby.
Okay, yeah. East side don't play, man. I've been to the east side. I was like, man, that shit is crazy out there, bro. Y'all motherfuckers be going down.
Nah, I was born in Monterey though, but when I was like 4 or 5, moved to East Side San Jose.
Okay.
And just from there, bro, when I was 14, just need to get away from the streets and shit. So my homies was teaching me how to DJ.
Okay.
You know, shout out to Roel, DJ Eternal, you know what I'm saying? He put me on DJ game, man.
That's where it started from?
Yeah, and we was at the high school little parties.
Did you guys go to the same school?
Nah, we went to different high schools.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But he taught me how to DJ and everything.
Shout out DJ Eternal, man.
Eternal, man. One love for real.
Man, I've heard that name a lot. We got to get him on here.
Yeah, Eternal's
a legend.
He making moves in San Jose, for real.
Yeah, San Jose is dope. It's another, like, you know, there's different pockets in the Bay, bro.
Oh, yeah, for sure, bro.
You know what I mean?
And me, even myself, bro, like growing up in San Jose and then also growing up in the East Bay, I was able to see, especially in my teenage years, bro, like I was able to see the differences of even just what 20 miles can do, bro. It's
Bruh.
crazy.
But 20 miles, even weather-wise, you know,
Yeah.
we from the like literally we come out and
It's
you go
way
closer
cold
to
in these bays. It's
Bruh,
cold.
It's cold up. No, I don't know. Daly City be cold as fuck to me. I
And
hate it.
cloudy.
It's
True,
yeah.
Cloudy as fuck.
Pacifica.
Rice cookers everywhere and shit.
Yeah.
But now keep going. So
Yeah.
I saw you were DJing, so you became a DJ, and then
And then when I was 18, I was always spending other people's shit, and I was like, man, why ain't I spending my own shit at the clubs? You know what I'm saying?
God damn.
Yeah, goddamn. Exactly. Lil Jon was big inspiration at the time.
Was he?
Goddamn.
Okay,
you
yeah.
know what
Lil
I'm
Jon had
saying?
hits
Yeah.
though. You know, he went crazy.
He was one of my inspirations, so I just, I picked up Cubase at the time,
Okay.
picked up a keyboard, and just started making beats. And
Were you self-taught?
self-taught, yeah.
Bruh.
Self-taught myself everything. Well, actually, I gotta give my sister a shout out, man. She played piano when she was young. Like, she was killing the piano since we was kids. And
She was hella good?
She was hella good, bro. She won every single piano recital. Yeah, she was make that. True. Yeah. So I guess I got
dope,
some.
bro.
I guess I got some piano skills from her a little bit. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I
So
kind of
you-
already
but-
knew what to do.
But before then, you had no piano skills.
Nah, I went to one piano class and I said, "Fuck that shit."
Yo, that shit always amazes me, just how you kind of got into music. So, fast forward, that was when you were in high school and you picked up your first. What was the first piece of equipment you
Bro,
bought?
it was the MPC 1000.
Okay,
y'all remember that?
Yeah, I
shit?
remember. It
looked
kind
just
of looked like
that.
this, but there's like
Oh, the 1000?
yeah.
1000.
Yo, that
bro.
shit was heavy as fuck.
It was, but I brought it with me everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Because I was really trying to learn and go hard at it. You know
That's
what I'm
dope.
saying?
Yeah,
And then,
no.
fast forward, man, 2014, linked up with Russ. Man, we got some songs with RJ. That's DJ Mustard's artist.
God damn it.
Got one with Mozzie
banger.
this year. Yeah.
Still banging to this day.
Still
2020.
banging. Stupid Young
Still
popping
banging.
off right now.
Man,
you know what I'm
shout out to
saying?
Stupid Young. Big
Yeah,
fan
I
of
got,
him,
one,
bro.
I got one with Woo the Kid, who's Waka Flocka's brother.
Okay.
Yeah, and we got a song out there in Atlanta. So yeah, just making moves at this point. Still grinding hard. You know what I'm saying?
Man, goddamn.
Hey,
Make some goddamn
hey.
noise to this. Hold on, damn, I hit the wrong button. Let me get the applause button. Goddamn.
Hey.
Yes. I appreciate you coming out. I know you from east side of San Jose.
Yeah.
And people who don't know where the east side of San Jose is. So the studio is actually in kind of like the Emeryville, Berkeley pocket. You got to get on the 880, which is probably one of the worst freeways as far as like potholes. And you got a nice ass
yeah.
car, so you gotta be aware, kind of driving through that motherfucker.
He
But
was
it take you
smashing
about
over here, though.
it take you about 50 minutes to get here. So I appreciate you coming out. So thank you so much, AntTrax. I've been a fan of your shit. I've been watching your shit. I think you're
Hey,
very
real quick, I gotta
inspirational.
interrupt, man. I've been a fan of you too, man. You was Bay Area Freshman of the
See,
Year.
see what I do? I be paying these motherfuckers to come here and talk about me, bro. But they don't know that
Hey,
nigga
Mike
died.
Da-
Mike Dash, he
Mike
done
Dash is
died.
still
Mike
alive,
Dash,
bro.
Yeah, these niggas trying
Mike
to bring
Dash
it
is still
back.
alive.
Yeah, man, it's a blessing being in the building with you right now. You know,
I
what I'm
appreciate
saying?
Three
Yeah.
up and Mike Dash
I
are
appreciate
Bay
that.
Area legends, man.
Thank
you know
you,
what I'm
man.
saying?
Thank you.
I
But
mean,
we
that's
here
why
for a
we here.
creative spotlight for y'all. Fuck that nigga. That
You know what I'm
nigga's weak.
saying?
All right, so AntTrax moving on. We got we're gonna go into the next segment because this is I've never done a 2-part segment, but this dude I've actually I got wind of him in 2014. Song he had with I Am Sue. I loved how packaged his shit was, and more or less he had like kind of like it was a very more melodic singing, rapping, thuggish type of vibe to him. And what people don't understand in the Bay Area is like I've been to a lot of places in the U.S. is there's a lot of like very cultured Asians out here and motherfuckers who've been through shit. So I appreciate everything that you've done.
Hey,
But
brother.
more or less, the biggest thing I appreciate is from the time I got wind of you 2014, we didn't do our first track till about 3 years later.
Yeah.
And then just your relentlessness and your grind behind everything that you're doing, man. I can't say enough about you as an artist, what I respect about you, and
Thank you, bro.
how excited you make me to want to release this archive type music.
Yeah,
That's dope.
But
Yeah.
make some goddamn noise for Russ Cosson.
Hey,
God
Russ
damn.
Cosson, baby.
Russ, why don't you give people? Damn, man, I wish I could
Let's
sing.
get it.
like-
Let's get it.
If they let me sing, I would not even talk to nobody. I'd just be singing right behind a female, just like, yo, what's up? You
Hey,
ready?
what up, what up, what up? It's your boy Russ Cosson. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Russ Cosson. Website, russcosson.com. You know what I'm saying? We branded out here, man. Jungle Zone, baby. We out here. Yeet.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Jungle Zone. You guys are moving really heavy, man.
Hey.
You know what I like about Jungle Zone and more or less about your movement and everybody that you guys got behind it is y'all don't stop. In today's era where content is key and people like content, people are hesitant to release it.
Yeah.
You guys don't stop. You relentless as fuck with it.
Thank you, man.
But
It wasn't easy though, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of sacrifice. Just like you, every artist in the industry, you gotta sacrifice something to put in the work, to be able to put in the work to you know what I'm saying, brand yourself and put yourself out there, you know what I'm saying? And
how important is that? Like, let's talk about it from. Here's one funny ass thing. I always thought AntTrax rap, bro, because this nigga was literally so cool looking, bro. Every time I seen him in the videos, I was like, bro, this motherfucker cool. But can you talk about where that came from, what that looked like, and how?
I don't know, bro. It's just me, you know what I'm saying?
Where did it start? Like they said, Russ was telling me in the studio, I'm a cheat. He was from Atlanta, right? So
okay, my cousins, my whole mom's side of the family, they moved out to Atlanta when I was like 5, right?
You can tell in his accent, he kind of has like a southern accent.
So
It's like a Vietnamese Atlanta accent.
Vietnamese, what the fuck?
I went out to Atlanta last year and I thought I was home. They didn't know what to do with me. I was like big booties everywhere. I was like,
AntTrax showed us a fucking dope ass time out there.
Your girl's here, so don't talk too
bro.
much. You good?
No, she was there. She was there the whole time.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
it was
All right,
dope.
sis. Don't fuck me up. All right,
Man, and AntTrax showed me about the Waffle House, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Waffle House.
Folly Strip Club over there.
We can't
Bruh.
talk about that right
Everything.
now. You know?
Oh yeah, my
Rated
bad.
Bro, they act like they ain't never seen nobody out there. Cause I went to Magic City.
Yeah,
I went to
that's
Magic
true.
City and I had a blast. And man, I ain't even gonna go into the full details, but it's like,
Yeah,
Bro.
dope.
it's so much easier to pull women out there because I feel like there's so many gay people out there. It's worse than the fucking Bay, cuz. So I was
Oh,
like,
man.
shit, I was in heaven. You know what I mean? So I felt good.
One
Man,
thing
like-
I took from being in Atlanta when we went out there in 2014, because we went out there with our camp too. You know what I'm saying? So one thing we noticed was, we was like the only Asian Pacific Islanders out there.
Yeah.
And then we got in the front of the line. They're like, "Where y'all from?" They're like, "Oh, never mind, y'all from the Bay, huh?"
Yeah, y'all
And
from
then-
Cali, right?
They could already tell, and they're like, "Oh, we already know you got that loud on you. It's good. Come inside."
Yeah,
come
they knew
inside."
what's-
Which
they
we
knew what's
did.
up.
We did have it all on us.
Yeah.
We were smoking in the club.
I can't smoke, bro. I'll fuck around and won't talk to you for like 5 hours.
I feel you, bro.
Bruh, we
gotta
got
be on the upper
we got
end.
we got bottle service for $100.
Yeah, this shit is cheap out there, bro.
bruh. And we was in the front of the line. I'm talking about the line was around the corner, and they just walk us in. They're like, "Oh, you want a bottle for $100, bruh?"
That shit was great. God
You
damn it.
saved that one for that moment.
Yeah, I did.
Hey,
We
man,
talked about the Atlanta
shout out
influence.
Atlanta, man.
Atlanta influence and what that did to you.
Oh
man.
yeah, big time. But my cousins, man, my whole mom's side of the family, y'all moved out there when I was 5 years old and shit. You know what's crazy? I'm Vietnamese and shit, right? They was the first Vietnamese people to start nail shops in Atlanta. Like,
Oh,
for
really?
real?
Oh,
Yeah,
for real?
bro.
That's bro, okay.
As stereotypical as it is, that's what they was, bro.
Hey, fuck
Yeah.
the stereotypes. That shit make money on my mama, guys.
Hey, for real though, man. You can't be mad at that. Immigrants, we had to make our money somehow. You feel me?
I'm gonna
That's
get
real.
into that, as we talk a little bit deeper to what our
I know,
roots
it's
is
for real,
and
man.
everything else. But so
Yeah, so growing up every year, like we would fly out to Atlanta every summer and shit. My cousins would always put me on that southern shit, bro. They put me on Outkast. Outkast was like the kings out there at the time. You know what I'm saying?
shout out to 3K, man. It's one of my favorites.
yeah.
Southern
bro.
playlistic. What was it?
When AT Aliens was popping and shit. At the time, I didn't know what it was. I called it Aliens at the time. They was roasting the shit on me. I
They're
didn't
like,
know it
why
was
your
AT.
accent so heavy, cuz?
And I got a lot of my swag from my cousins out there, like for real.
Nah, that's
And-
dope.
And I don't know, it's just kind of embedded in me at this point. And,
Nah, I love your whole aesthetic. More or less, you brand what, like we were talking about in there, like what producers should, because producers are what gives the vibe and aesthetic to the artist. So you guys don't get enough shout outs, but you guys are flyer than half the artists that walk in. We damn near take a book out of y'all page. Like, damn, this motherfucker got a headband on. Let me wear a headband.
Ah, shit.
I took that off because I hit mid-30s, so I was like, fuck, nigga, I gotta chill.
But you know what? Producers, like most of them, I say about 90% of them, they stay behind the scenes and they like that. You know what I'm saying? And you got to stand out as a producer. And for me, I knew I had swag. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to be cocky and shit, but I like dressing up. I like feeling good. You know, it makes me feel good.
Do you feel like that helps you when you go to the studio?
Of course.
Motherfuckers
yeah.
always ask me, they'd be like, why you gotta wear all that shit? I'm like, yo, I can't rap if I really just don't wear this shit because I need to feel
my
good.
bruh. If I feel in my sweats and shit making
that's
beats,
real.
I'm gonna make like sleepy beats. You know what I'm saying?
You know, that's real. Also with me,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I have a home studio. I have artists come through the studio, and I have clients and everything. And every time I have a session, I'm not in my home clothes. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be Russ Cosson. You feel me? I gotta put my Cortezes on. I gotta put my Sounds They hat on.
That shit is a persona. You gotta wear that.
That's you.
motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying?
I gotta
It
be
makes
me.
you
Yeah,
feel-
you know what I'm saying?
I feel like for me, man, like growing up, I actually wanted to get into acting and shit. You know what I'm saying? If my music shit ever took off, like
Did you?
Yeah, bro. It's like too like.
What you talking about? If, bro, y'all still young as
Okay,
fuck.
I'm just
bruh.
saying. If I
Actually,
took
we
it
made
to-
a commercial. We had a Jufran.
Oh yeah, Jupra.
Oh,
Jupra.
bruh.
We had a
Come on.
commercial, a little one, shot at the homie
I
Jay
remember
Short
that.
studio.
Oh, we got to see that shit.
Yeah.
Is it funny or is it?
It's a
we about to laugh?
funny little 10-second. We just pop out of nowhere and we're just like
Acting
saying
stupid, bro.
different kinds of racial typical hot sauces.
Just kidding.
So Sarah, she Mexican.
Yeah.
So she did Tapatio.
Oh, sis is Mexican?
Yeah, she
I thought you was something else.
No, she Mexican Korean.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Korean.
What I do? I did
Koreans.
sriracha, huh?
You did
Yo, shout out to
sriracha.
Korean food. Korean food go crazy.
Hey, Korean, yeah, they do go crazy. Shout
Yeah.
out Jen Barbecue.
Man, hey, Korean food go crazy.
They do.
Hey, but I know y'all been doing music because I got one of y'all together. How the hell do y'all meet? Like, how do y'all start doing music together? Can you walk people through that?
Yeah, bro. And,
It was like
2014,
2013,
about.
2014. Met through mutual friends. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And at the time I was, I think I told Decept this last time with our interview. We were with a startup independent label, Jarve Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? And we had a fallout, and during that time, that's when we linked up. Other artists linked up, like we knew Buck Bars at the time.
Oh,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Buck
He was
Bars.
with us
Shout out to
too,
Buck Bars.
you know
That's
what I'm
Ro's
saying?
brother.
Yeah, bro. We met Ro during that season 2, man. We met a lot of people. We was just starting up in the industry. There was a fallout with everybody.
What
then,
year was that y'all met?
2014.
14, about,
2014.
yeah.
So this is when the peak of like everyone's movement was going on and shit. You know what I mean?
But you actually had something that happened where you ended up getting on the radio and doing some other stuff in 2013 that you had?
Oh yeah. I had a song X Rated with my homie Just Visions.
Yeah.
On the radio.
Oh, X-rated?
Yeah,
Oh,
X-rated.
shit.
How the fuck did it feel to hear yourself on the radio?
Bro, the first time it's so crazy. And it's a blessing. You know
Yeah,
how it
yeah,
is. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Oh, bro, it's
I've only
always a
been on the
blessing.
radio through home
Blessing,
turf, but
bro.
I felt good.
Yeah,
It feels
good.
good.
You feel
It
like
feels
the
good.
man. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
It sounds better for some
Yeah.
fucking reason. Like
feel
the
accomplished.
The FM
sure.
waves just make it sound crisper. I don't fucking know, bro.
Yeah.
It just sounds hella better.
I ain't gonna. I was like, I told you, told you this shit was working.
Yeah, but shout out to DJ Wrigley for getting that shit on 106 KML.
Hey, shout out to the legend Rick.
So that was my first single on the radio, X Rated. My very next one was with Russ, actually. That was a Took 'em Both?
Do we have Took 'em Out?
Took 'em Both
we
is a
had,
great song, yo.
Took 'em
Took 'em
Both.
Both,
That was the intro
the
that was
next
playing.
one. Yeah,
No,
that was the one with
man.
RJ.
Yeah, that was probably our next big one. But we had a bunch of other singles on because
Oh,
we
yeah,
had
Russ had a
we had a mixtape and everything.
the
you know
one
what
with
I'm
I
saying?
Am Sue on the radio.
That was
around
a banger.
same
That was
time,
the
too.
one that
banger.
like kind of popped us out. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, 'cause
during
it-
that time, the whole camp was moving too. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we were all just kind of pushing as a unit.
You did a full rendition because you had Addicted and Still Addicted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That motherfucker was swole as fuck and still addicted. He was like, "Shh, let me just take a picture." I was like,
Still is,
damn,
man. He
this
still got
motherfucker
it, bro.
crazy, bro.
Oh, it's Photoshop, bro. It's Photoshop.
Oh, okay.
Nah, but
Nah, it's
Good shit, Sarah.
Nah,
Nah,
that's
it
a crazy
wasn't.
journey. So from really probably like 2013 or before.
2013 is when I say I really took everything hella serious, when I started really investing into the music.
Yeah.
You know, this
Yeah.
music
That,
shit.
that's a good thing to talk
dog.
about. So when you
Yeah.
talk about investments, you talk about people investing in their craft. Like, can you describe that to the actual people? Because you guys are kind of like the same aspect. You
Yeah.
more, producer on a road. I know you doing both, Russ, like producer, everything else. But talk about like what that means, like investing in yourself and your
All
craft.
right. So upcoming producers, y'all. I know a lot of people come to the game. They want to try out music and shit, and a lot of people, like 90% of them will fall off. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
this music shit, it comes from the heart. We all know that. We
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
it. You know,
Don't
what I'm
expect
saying?
the money to come right away. This shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? You really gotta invest into this craft. I put about 30K strictly into my equipment itself. as
Say
of
that
right now.
motherfucker again for people, bruh.
I put 30K into my equipment
God damn it.
itself.
30K.
Yeah, bro.
You feel me?
You feel me?
I know a lot of producers they hack their shit online, but I don't know. I don't feel right doing that. I used to steal a lot of
I
my
ain't
drums.
gonna
AntTrax is a good guy.
I ain't
That's
gonna
why.
throw the plug out there, but I got a lot of hacks, motherfucker.
Hey, I need that plug. I need that plug, bro. That's real.
We gonna
No,
talk
okay.
offline. I ain't
Wait,
trying
wait,
to
wait.
get in trouble.
I'm not AntTrax. I need
Wait,
my
wait,
shit.
just to get the record
cracked.
straight, I used to crack all my shit, but it fucks up
It's
your
the fu-
computer
yeah, it
if you
fucks
get
it up.
viruses and shit.
Yeah.
Pro Tools, I don't crack that shit. I
Exactly,
pay.
you know
I
what
pay
I'm
that
saying?
shit monthly.
I ain't getting that cheap shit no more. Like,
Yeah,
honestly,
that's- yeah, you right, you
Talking
right.
about investing, if you crack all that free shit, the quality's not as good. And I'm telling you straight
That's true.
up.
That's true.
So I've been investing into a lot of like the new shit, and I've been really the quality is there now. You know what I'm saying? When you really pay for it,
You get the full value.
you get
of
the
it.
full value of it, and
And
I
when there's updates, you can update for free.
update for free and all that shit.
For
But
life.
Can you back up a little bit? Cause we gonna talk about some other shit. Because I saw you through the transition of your producer battle. Motherfuckers, that's almost like being in a rap battle. We're gonna do this shit again.
Hey, that
it's
shit was lit. That shit
like,
was
Talk
lit.
about the
like
rap.
for you to win that and you be an Asian artist winning that shit.
Yeah.
Like that take a lot of skill, bruh. And I just want to commend you, you know, because I never got to say it in person.
Yeah,
But I was a big
appreciate it.
fan of that journey that you had, and I was really proud of that shit because there was a lot of people looking at you, and that opened doors. You would have opened them doors anyway because I believe in your craft and what you did. But talk to people about more or less the sport. Because this is a fucking sport. You
It
feel
is a
me?
sport.
You feel me?
Lying,
Talk to them
man.
about the sport of producing.
okay, producing, man, it really is like a competition in itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and
Yeah.
the competition's good. It's a good competition because I don't know if y'all heard what Metro Boomin just dropped with The Weeknd like 4 days ago. You
Oh,
heard
that shit
Heartless?
fire.
That shit
Bruh.
fire. Yeah. That shit
I'm a big
fire.
fan of Metro.
Metro takes production to the fucking next level. It makes you want to get to that level. So when you competing in this production industry, you know what I'm saying, you want to be better than the next man, and ain't nothing wrong against it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's a sport in itself, and it makes you better at the end of the day.
I have something to say against that though.
What?
Go ahead. You can finish out there.
I'm done. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I want to say now. I've been in the industry. It's about to be 2020, damn near 2020. I've been in the music industry going hard as an artist since 2014, 23rd, end of 2014.
Perseverance, baby.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, my whole journey of this, and you know, it is a sport, but also I've also seen it as I'm at that point where I don't want to compare myself to nobody else no more. You know what I'm
You got to
saying?
get to that point, though.
You know, what I want to do now is I want to be better than who I was last year. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a big difference of me who I am now and who I was last year and the year before that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, say that shit again one more time, bro, so I can
There's a
applaud
big
it.
difference from who I am now than who I was last year and the year before that.
Oh yeah, definitely. But that's dope.
You feel me?
But it's still a competition because you're in competition with yourself.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
but
Saying?
here's
It
the
is,
thing,
it is.
and here's what I want to highlight on it is, given today's age where music is so accessible, there's so many people making beats, there's so
Hell
many
yeah.
people releasing content. It's hard to kind of home in on one thing that you appreciate. And if you, as an artist, sometimes it drives people crazy to try to compete with what everybody else is releasing. And
Yeah.
once you get to that point where you just are so settled, where you're like, this is me, this is the sound I want to be better than myself. And I don't care about the rest of this shit, because at the end of the day, I do this shit for me. You get to a whole plateau that's going to raise and elevate your game to even bigger things. So I think if there's anything that I would give an artist is like, stop comparing yourself to like
Yeah.
all these other people, all these other producers. Gather inspirations from them, take whatever it is, but make sure that you understand who you want and who you want yourself to sound like.
You want
And I
to be
feel-
yourself.
You gotta find
Yeah.
your own sound. At the
You really
end of
do.
the day.
As cliche and corny as that sounds, because people say it
does
all the
kinda,
time,
right? Yeah.
but it took me this long to really figure out that shit is true, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only person you in competition with is yourself. You only really want to sound like yourself. You can take bits and parts and inspirations, like you said,
sure,
from other
man.
people. You
For
want to
sure.
stay current. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But you always want to bring your own flavor to the shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing. That's one word of advice I can tell for upcoming artists, new artists that need some advice from you would say OGs in the game now. You feel?
Y'all ain't OGs yet. You feel me? Y'all still, y'all still got a long
Veterans,
journey.
bro.
you
I
know.
like the word veterans. You know,
I'm the retired rapper.
But you know, be
you
but
ain't
hey,
retired.
be yourself, man. Really be yourself. As cliche as it sounds, be yourself. Like me, AntTrax even told me like on the ride over here, he's like, man, Russ, you in your own bubble. Like, he was showing me all the new shit. I was like, bro, I don't listen to nothing. I just listen to all my shit.
I ain't
You know
gonna
what I'm
lie, I'll
saying?
be doing that shit too because I
'Cause,
hate
you
to
know,
get influenced nowadays.
Me too.
and I
That's
can't.
exactly it.
Yeah, even when I do a remix because I like a beat, I don't want to hear this shit because
Yeah.
I'll jump into it.
I'm a
Exactly.
little different. I'm gonna have to jump in and say, I like seeing where the trend is going, bro. Like to me, music is like fashion. It's like clothes. You gotta see where it's going to. I know there's trendsetters, and
Oh.
I just like seeing where it goes at the same time.
Yeah, you gotta recognize it, but you know,
Yeah,
I love what you said in
no
the interview.
swagger jack though. No swagger jacking though. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
that shit happens a lot.
It does
But I
happen a
love
lot.
what you said in the interview where you said something about 80, 15, and 5. Can you elaborate on what that is? And do you feel like that's where it is today? Because you said like,
you gotta remind me what 80, 15,
you said,
5 is.
God damn it, I gotta,
God damn it.
hold on,
When did I
man.
say this?
Yeah.
80, 15,
All right,
5.
so 80, you said 80% is business, 15% of it is skill, and 5% of it is luck.
I did say that.
You said that.
Where did you find that?
Man,
Fucking
I be doing
AntTrax,
my
bro.
research,
Bro.
baby. I don't just call y'all
I
in here
thought I
without
wrote that
knowing
in
who the
my-
fuck y'all said.
I thought I wrote
Can you
that in
put me
my
on?
iPhone to myself.
These motherfuckers got me drinking Hennessy, so whatever.
Hey, no, this music
Do you
shit,
f-
like,
but a big thing that you said before that, I'm sorry to cut you off. You said that 5 years, he's like, you got to keep reinventing yourself because 5 years from now, it's not going to look the same as it is in the next 5 years. And I love that. And I also love
That's
what
true.
you said about the 80, 15, 5. I feel like for me, I feel like it's a little different as far as like the kind of the capacity what you gave it, but I want to hear it from your standpoint and maybe today.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
That was
today.
my other little interview. I remember now.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, yeah. This business really is 80% business for any upcoming artists or producers, man. Like, there's a lot of creative and talented people out there,
For
but
sure.
it's the business aspect that's really going to set you apart. And when you really get into the game, you're going to see the marketing is real big nowadays in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? Especially where we're at in the rap game.
Yeah.
Rap is so big now. It is what the number
It's the
one.
number one genre of music. man.
Exactly. you
Rap.
know?
Is it? It's
Rap
number one?
is number
It
one.
is. Bigger than rock.
But rap is also like incorporated into the Ty Dolla Signs
That's
and
true.
everything else. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
that's true.
I still
Which I feel
consider
like
that rap.
when I think of you like you like our Ty Dolla Sign.
Hey.
Rap,
For sure.
R&B, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
rap,
It's
R&B,
the same
still
shit.
thugging,
That's
going
dope.
crazy.
Hip hop.
Yeah.
But if you want to stand on this game, you gotta get in that mentality that this is 80% business.
Yeah.
15%, yeah, you gotta have that talent. I feel like maybe I said 15% talent, but you gotta be talented straight up at the end of the day. You gotta work hard at the end of the day. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But even with that 80% of that business mentality and that talent, there's a quote I actually really like. They say, "How do you become successful?"
Yeah.
And success is when you put opportunity into the position to win, and that's what luck is to me. So, hey,
Damn, I saw angels come up from the sky,
you know what I'm
bro.
saying? So when you put in all that hard work and you finally get that 1% chance to meet that person that's gonna put you on, but
Yeah.
you have to show them that you worked hard and you got that talent this whole time. That's that 95%
Yeah.
that took you to that 5% of luck.
But you
know
also
what I'm
have to be
saying?
consistent. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
that's
I know a lot of dope people who are so talented but ain't got no drive. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like you could be
yeah.
as
They
talented.
be waiting on you,
Yeah,
bro.
you
Like,
could be
I'm
as
like,
talented as fuck. You ain't got no ambition. You ain't got no driving. You ain't gonna get nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Of course.
talent is, talent is part of the game, but also
Exactly.
the campaign, the footwork,
Exactly. That's what I
the
mean
passion.
by
You gotta-
80%
yeah.
business, bro.
Yeah.
It's
80%
hard
business.
work.
Yeah.
It's putting in that network,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
networking. You gotta be.
Branding yourself, getting your name out there.
Let's be clear, because you three, or including myself, or the artist that I was, is we had, because there probably wasn't anybody who was gonna go to bat for us like us,
Mm-hmm.
so we had to assume that 80% of the business.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, that doesn't always help our creativity. So like building a team is essential.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
appreciated what you did with Jungle Zone. I
Yeah.
appreciate how selfless you are, bro. Like you might not even have a verse on that motherfucker, bruh, and you still doing these videos promoting them like it was Russ.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I appreciate that shit because that shit's
yeah.
far and few these days. A lot of people want to be in the limelight and be that. And for you, before you came in the studio, I always thought this motherfucker hella cool. He dressed hella tight. I was like, bro, he probably rap. And every time I watch his videos, I was like, bro, he ain't rapping. I'm like, bro, he just
He's
cool.
just there dancing.
Yeah, he just in there look cool.
Oh yeah, going back to that, bro. Like I was saying, there's so many producers out there. I felt like I had to stand out in the bit. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like being in the videos made me stand out. You know, getting in the studios with
All
artists.
the video. That's
All in the video.
All the
You
video.
have to, though.
But you have to, you know what I'm saying? If you stand in the behind the scenes, how's that branding yourself? How's that get your name out there? How's that make you stand out from the 100,000s of other YouTube producers? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Listen up, producers.
Yeah, for real.
Because you market yourself as an artist because you are an artist.
Yep.
At the end of the day, I appreciate what you do because when you create a team, everybody wants to be everything, and there's not enough people like you who'll actually be like, yo, I'm just making the beats and curating it and giving y'all the vibe to actually create. But at the end of the day, I know where the fuck I want to be at.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that, man. I applaud that. So thank you so much for that. Going into like the next segment is there's a word that I got in today's society, more or less, and especially where we are with just being a creative, whether you a producer, an artist, and I'm learning this more even at my old ass age.
Bro, you ain't even old, bro.
No, wait, this ain't about me, man. Let me
It's
talk
his
shit
podcast.
about me.
This is my own podcast.
Talk shit about me, goddammit.
So you're manifesting that, man.
Nah, I'm manifesting other things. I know. But what I'm talking about is there's a word that I got is called enabled. So I said in today's society, you can only blame yourself if you can't enable yourself to learn a craft that you need in order to be successful. And the question I have for you guys as creatives, because I appreciate what you guys have done, and I've actually seen what you guys have had to contribute to your own success. What have you guys had to do and assume different responsibilities? Go into the details of what you had to do to bring yourself to the point, because you said, hey, I can't wait on this motherfucker. This nigga taking too long.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna fucking learn this shit myself. So talk about that shit. Can you guys talk about what you had to assume? Let's go with Russ first.
All right. So, I mean, with just even starting our own record label, Jungle Zone Productions, you know what I'm saying? JZP, we had...
Hold on. Yeah, I had to wait for that.
Established in 2005, man, the peak of the hyphy movement, man. You know what I'm saying? I was in high school when we did this thing. So back then I actually started off as a producer. I was a producer, so I used to make all the beats. And then I was always a singer because Filipinos, we be singing this shit. You know what I'm
you was a
saying?
karaoke.
I was a karaoke cat. You know
Oh my
what
god,
I'm
can you
saying?
sing 112?
Actually, I used to see hella old school shit.
Oh, did you?
Put your head on my shoulder was my shit.
Hey man,
I was like, shit. I still
karaoke done raised
still
us,
hit honeys.
man. I fuck with karaoke.
But yeah, anyways, like I had to be self sufficient. You know what I'm saying? And my style itself is hella different, man. And so it's like it's a combination of rapping and singing. And every time I used to go to another studio, they would never get my vocals right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'd be, we cashed out. You would at least spend $100 on the vocal engineering.
For sure.
Per song, you know what I'm saying? So
and that's a lot of money to us, like trying to make a living off this
that's
shit.
just for the vocal recording. And so if you put an album together that's like 16 songs, it's not just 16 songs. There's at least like 30 songs.
Yeah.
And you got to make the cut. So that's at least $3,000 right there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is a message to all the people that we show up to the family parties with, and they be like, go ahead and rap. I'm like, motherfucker, I don't do this shit for fun, motherfucker.
Hey, or if they be like, oh, you rap? Let me hear some. I'm like, man, first of all, we in the wrong environment.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't
Like,
do that shit. I hate that shit.
I hate that shit. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, as far as the sacrifices that we had to do, it's 2019, about to be 2020. I went full time artist as a full time artist at the end of 2018. You know what I'm saying?
God damn, man, that's hard to do. Yeah, so
and I've been full time.
I'm doing that on December 20th. I'm assuming music.
It's hard, man.
I'm scared as fuck because I have a daughter. So
yeah, you don't
get into that.
I'm I don't have a daughter like that. It's just me Me, my
What the
girl.
fuck going on, sis? What you doing?
You know, she artist too. She artist too. She does makeup. She does video. She does creative direction.
And
She
no, I
does
love
everything,
y'all
man.
relationship.
You know what I'm
I think it's very healthy and
saying?
organic.
And me, and my girl, we've been together 13 years, man. You know what I'm saying? She
Damn.
from the jump of Jungle Zone, before Jungle Zone. Actually, no, that's after Jungle Zone.
Yeah,
it was after Jungle
Before
Zone.
you were still in the jungle, like I'm talking about the kids' jungle that they have.
Jungle. But you know, so I
So
quit
producing.
I quit my job in 2018. You know, I went to school and everything. I went to San Jose State, first in my family to go to school. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, you know that's big for Filipinos, man. So
man.
shout out to them.
You know,
God damn.
and a lot of people, you know, I'm from the hood. You know what I'm saying? And even though I'm from the hood, don't mean like you gotta act hella ignorant or nothing like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's facts.
you know what I'm saying? Like I grew up poor as fuck, bro. I grew up sleeping on the floor. My mom's worked at 7-Eleven and at the gas stations. You feel me, bro?
Yeah, say
like,
that.
This is third world hustle. You feel me? Real talk.
That's
a
what people
real
don't
shit.
understand. 3 Up
That's
came from
real.
third
People
world
don't
hustle.
know. People don't know that, man. And so growing up,
going on that, our grind and our motive as Asians, as people don't understand that is, we here to outwork. You know, we may not be the best at a certain craft, but we gonna get there. But we here to outwork you. So I ain't trying to take your shine, but that's what third world hustle is about. That's what 3 Up is about. That's what my motive's always been about. I'm gonna outwork your ass, and don't matter what it is. But if we get on a treadmill, I'm gonna run longer than you.
Exactly, bro. That's why
Maybe not today, but I'll get there.
You know what I'm saying? When you was doing your thing in the early 2010s, bro, I looked up. I was like, damn, man, that third world hustle, that Jungle Zone passion is the same feel. You feel me, bro? Like that's that same shit, that struggle, man. We trying to make it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to stay in that low energy. You feel me? I'm trying to make it out of it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta exit people out.
Yeah,
So
you know what I mean?
Going from a producer, what have you had to learn? What crafts, what programs, what shit have you had to learn?
So shit, we have beat producers on the team. We got AntTrax, we got Jazz Deep as producers.
There's another dude who moved to Europe, right?
No, that's Dela. That's homie Dela.
Dela's tight. Big fan of Dela.
You know, he got his own entity called Track Nation. Just his own 3 Up, his own Jungle Zone called Track Nation. He produced right now. He did all that in 2014. But you know, with JZP, we got AntTrax, we got Jazz D.
So you actually JZP too?
Oh yeah.
Of course, yeah.
I wouldn't tell because I
jump.
seen, you know, I was like, shit. I thought I had to go through your manager. I was like, shit. Let me ask him. I need to get him.
Nah, he helping me with other things.
Yeah, no, that's all his business side and everything. But you know, JZP family, this is my brother right here.
It's
bro.
family at the end of the day.
Jungle Zone's a
really,
family,
bro.
man.
I love it, bro.
Jungle Zone is a family before business, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is my brother right here, man. So Jazz Deep, AntTrax, we got JCP Ant, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got me. And so now I'm the main engineer. That's one thing I had to learn as instead of, because we have like 6 rappers in our squad, you know what I'm saying?
Bruh.
We all record in my room.
I know Dash got something to say about that real soon.
Bruh,
I got
like,
6 artists. I got 6 artists under the team. You feel me? All dope. Everyone got their own different sounds. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? One thing I had to do was I had to quit my job. And because I quit my job, bro, and I learned the craft of engineering, because we can make beats. These niggas can make beats all day. You know what I'm saying? We needed someone to pump out the back end of the songs. You feel me? Engineering.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I'm so glad that I picked up, and now I use that as a form of income, bro. Like one of my main forms of income is I have clients slide to the house, I record them, you know what I'm saying, and that's my independent business now. You know
does
what
that
I'm
ever get like to a point where like you just? My main thing is I be feeling like I need to learn that aspect, but then I just feel like I'm gonna be recording somebody and I'm just gonna be like. This motherfucker, this white dude then said like,
Hey, no, trust
nigga
me.
this and nigga that. And I'm
That's-
just
that's
supposed to
why
like,
Russ enjoys engineering.
I know, I
Okay,
really
good.
do.
He enjoys it, bro.
One
Like,
thing I know, that's what's gonna you would say that's gonna be my longevity in the music industry.
Okay.
I think that's what it's gonna be after, you know, when I'm done being an artist.
you found an appreciation for it.
I
more.
found producing, making beats, but first is engineering, bro. I fucking love it. I love capturing vocals. I love hearing, like, seeing an artist, hearing their flaws and helping them.
But there's obviously like you got to
Better
weird
it.
out the weirdos that.
Oh
like,
yeah,
come to your house,
yeah,
right?
bro. I mean, I'm pretty picky, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, money
This is a
ain't.
shameless shout out. You know, this is their studio open for y'all.
So if you ain't come,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
come over here at 3.
Come over here, you know.
Hey, but
Hey, but see, you don't. I have to be the engineer. At least if they slide here, it's all open.
Oh no,
Yeah,
that would
you know
be
what I mean?
you because we would just charge like a free fee and you charge whatever you want on.
Yeah,
that.
I feel like you don't have to get engineering if you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? As an artist, you got to do what makes you creative.
Yeah.
Whatever that aspect is. You know, like look at.
Talk about that as a producer more or less. But I feel like you're more than a producer. You're like an image brand. Like you.
He an artist.
You an
definitely
artist,
He
bruh.
definitely
So,
an
like,
artist. He got merch.
yeah,
he got his own website.
Yeah,
Most producers don't have that shit.
Here's one thing I want to
You know
talk
what I'm
about. Your website down to get free 5 beats all the way down to what a producer should be doing these days to make sure they have consistent cash flow because there's numerous ways to get cash flow. Outside of you talking about what you had to learn outside of producing, like talk to people about what it entails to ensure that you are a successful engineer these days or producer these days.
Man, you got to be more. See, a lot of producers think, oh, I could just make dope beats and just send it off to people. It's gonna blow up. It's not, bro.
Yeah.
Like just straight up, it takes a lot of hard work and a lot of more
Time.
like you were saying, relentlessness.
Yeah. Relentlessness is a great word.
Yeah,
man.
bro. Like there's and the beauty of producing is nowadays what we're in 2019. You can make money on the front end and the back end. You know what I'm saying?
Pause.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
We in the Bay Area, so we gotta say pause.
Pause.
Back end. But back end is important, bro.
Mm-hmm. But you have to be more than just a producer. You have to get your name out there. You got to brand yourself. Putting your beats on like a website. That's normal nowadays. Making dope
That's supposed
beats,
to.
That's,
You
you're
know what I mean?
supposed to. That's
Supposed to.
normal. You know what I'm saying? The whole 5 free beats thing. Yeah, come to my website if you want 5 free beats. By the way, but yeah,
I loved how simple it was. Because when you talk about website and branding, it's like you gotta have it for the stupidest person in the world.
Yeah.
And I looked at myself like, bro, I was like, I wanted to click every single little button you had. I was like, bro, like I was enticed to actually go ahead and do that. So that's dope.
You got to think like a businessman though, as a producer. At the end of the day, so the 5 free beats, it's something to give to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, if you like the 5 free beats, you come back and buy more. You know what I'm saying? It's
You
me
a happy
kinda-
customer, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I understand nowadays, a lot of days, artists don't have that money for beats and everything because, we trying to charge y'all like 2 racks and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's AntTrax be going for these days? Like exclusive.
It depends.
What are they going
bro.
for
Can,
now?
can you differentiate the because motherfuckers be thinking that, oh yeah, I just bought this beat for $50. I got an AntTrax beat, but you don't got no exclusive rights to this motherfucker. Can you differentiate this to these people?
He gets 10
so they can
seconds.
fucking understand what the fuck it really means,
Okay,
bro.
okay. And
Come on.
exclusive, you know what I'm saying? You want me
Explain.
lease
Explain it,
versus
yeah.
exclusive?
Yes,
What's not-
say
okay,
that
okay,
shit.
okay. An exclusive from AntTrax, you know what I'm saying? If I don't know you, if you got no buzz going on, it's 500 straight up.
Yeah.
And that comes in, you know what I'm saying? That comes
That's
a lot, you know what
100%.
I'm
They
saying?
get 100%
They get
royalties,
100%
everything.
royalties, you do whatever
Oh,
the fuck
flat
you want
flat
with it.
rate, 500.
Flat rate,
All right.
you know, that's it. You know, I don't deal with it no more. I don't deal with you no
Oh, so
more.
500 get you an exclusive.
Exclusive.
For now.
You don't touch anything
Right
on
See
that.
how
now.
that goes next year.
At the end of
I might press my
2019, right
goal.
now. Yeah, right now.
As I'm trying to get behind the scenes, I don't know if I agree with that, to be honest.
But
I like to make sure you keep your masters.
I
It all
guess
depends.
the
You know what I'm
production game is it. I guess producers got smart over the years. You know what I'm saying? They did this thing called leasing, and leasing is pretty much where you pay for a beat, but you don't have the full rights to it. You can use it for up to like maybe like 3,000 sales and shit, but after that, the producer still owns the beat.
Thank you.
Producers are getting smart with this whole production shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, if you ain't paying that big price, you could suck. These nuts. Thank you very much.
he saved that one. He saved that one.
Thank you very much.
But I appreciate you asking this because producers are actually. I've always felt like everything I've been doing, this whole music shit, my whole life, I've always been the underdog. Everything I've been doing, I was the underdog.
Yeah.
Being Asian in the rap game, we showing love and culture to the black people because this is their thing. You know what I'm saying? So being Asian
Thank
coming
you.
up in the game,
Damn, you gonna
I
have
was
me
the
skip
underdog.
some levels and shit.
Yeah, and even being a producer, we are the underdogs in this shit, bro. There's right now, they're actually starting this whole movement where producers are fighting for their rights, and it's a really big deal. 2019, Sunny Digital making a big move with that. Producer Grind, they helping out with this whole they're having like this whole meeting with like all the business people to get their rights, because
You should.
we ain't getting paid for it. We ain't
Yo.
getting no love for it.
I'm gonna say this first and foremost. I've had a lot of producers that I put under my wing, and I didn't do it the right way. I was greedy.
Oh shit!
So
See,
like,
That's
so I'm
the
gonna
other
be
thing,
I'm gonna be
man.
100.
Yeah.
Like I gave you an outlet. I gave you a studio. I introduced you to people. To me, that was your payback.
Nowadays,
essentially,
it's not it no
but
more.
essentially, it's like I seen what those have done to the relationships I built.
That's
now,
crazy.
Yeah,
but I
that's
feel
true.
like that was exactly the wrong way to go about it.
Yeah.
That's
Yo,
so
everybody's got to be able to eat off this shit,
Yeah.
and you as a producer contribute so much to
I feel
the
like
vibe.
we contribute 50% of that song.
That's why you should get 50.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, that's how it should be, and that's
Yeah.
what everyone's fighting for nowadays. I appreciate you actually saying
true.
that,
Yeah,
because
no, I had to learn it the hard way. I'm 37. I learned it the hard way. There was a time where music was actually paying really good money,
yeah,
but you know, at that time I didn't take it as my plan A.
Mm-hmm.
But if I think I would have been able to hold on to the people who are doing amazing things now.
Mm-hmm.
But shout out to them. I'm very happy for them. It was a learning lesson for me. So
Yeah,
I grew
yeah.
up to be a better man through
that's
it. So,
crazy.
yeah.
This
but you
music
guys
game
should
is
get
crazy.
your due and yeah, if you lease a motherfucking beat, you don't own that motherfucker. So let's just just keep it 100.
So if your shit get taken down, you didn't buy the exclusive.
If you got a good manager, we just gonna we're gonna
Cause I'm
talk.
gonna keep it G real. I don't fuck with you cause you disrespecting me. You disrespecting my hood by telling me take off my flag, asking how gangster I was, nigga. You lucky on that
shit.
day I was acting cool, cuz I told you I ain't got time for that. But nigga, today I got time.
We got time. We
got
gonna talk
no
about
time.
the
We got
goddamn
time.
paperwork on the back end.
Let's get it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's another reason why I kind of branded myself the way I did. You know, you see my names on the songs now because I understand that if I give a beat to someone, what do I get out of it at the end of the day? A handshake?
Yeah.
Like what? Like you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like you gotta pay me or you gotta give me credits for it or something. So
Sure.
I felt like what DJ Mustard, DJ Khaled is doing, they putting their names on the songs.
Yeah.
It at least gets their brand out
producers.
there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I was doing. That's why you probably thought I was a rapper because you seen, AntTrax gonna come up on the last verse. Nah, he didn't. What the fuck?
No, you know why? It's because I also like I heard about your beats. I knew how much you had good beats, and then I started doing research because I do research on these spotlights. But the way you brand yourself through your artwork and through everything else, bro, it's like I couldn't tell whether I was about to hear.
He got
an
more photo
AntTrax-
shoots than me, bro.
Right, I couldn't tell whether I got like an AntTrax verse coming, and I was like, bro, it made me excited. Like, and I know you got good relationships because there's a lot of people in the game that you've actually worked with. So can you name a few? I know you got COD and like a lot of these other guys. Shout out to Heartbreaker because he's always showed me love. Heartbreaker's
shit.
a good dude.
Yeah. Jim Gates, Buck Noy, you know.
Yeah, I don't know all those other dudes, but you know I appreciate what they're doing.
Shout
That's
out
not
Vix,
the
man.
route
Free
that
my
I would
boy
go.
Vix, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh,
Ty.
he's locked up.
Yeah, he locked up.
Okay,
He got into
yeah.
some other shit, but
Yeah, that's
he'll be out August 20. And we actually got.
Hey,
a
we got a
song.
record. We got a
We got a
record.
dope ass song with
Yeah.
him.
Banger,
So,
man. We got a banger.
I
Shout
mean, if
out to
there's
homie
any
Vix,
time for
man.
Asians to go ahead and make an imprint in the game, I feel like we accepted more now
Oh,
than
yeah, man.
anything else. So, shout out to us for putting in that legwork.
Oh
So,
yeah. Oh yeah.
The other question I had for you guys today is the state of music, right?
Yeah.
Music. I've been in this shit for 11 to 12 years. You guys have been in it for 5, 6, 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Going by your demographic or your time frame, 5 years is a big gap. But what I'm saying is, with the streaming platforms, how accessible music is, where a kid can actually make a dope ass song in their fucking room with some
Yeah, it's
mediocre
crazy,
equipment.
right?
It's crazy if they're a good ass engineer. Like, how do you feel about it today? What still inspires you to create?
You know what's so crazy? I just watched another podcast actually. It was talking about how we are in the state of fast food hip hop, where
I ain't even, that's a damn
I never heard
good
that one.
analogy,
yeah,
bro.
it's a great analogy. And what they
good
were
one.
saying was motherfuckers just dropping as many songs as they can, and the quality's just gone nowadays.
Yeah.
I ain't hating on other people's music. I fuck with a lot of people's music nowadays, but there's some people out there just dropping,
Yeah.
and the quality ain't there. And
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of hurting the game right now.
But then you have like people who hold on to shit for too long, like myself, and then you fall out of it. So
Bro,
it's like,
you can't hold on to me. I feel like
I know.
that's why there's-
Well, Russ has always been big on like just release it to you.
just release it.
Yeah, but
You
that's,
got
that's a
caught.
fine line to branding. Like the
Yeah, oh, yeah,
definition
there
of definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting the same results.
Yes, that's
What
right.
I'm seeing from you though, you doing something different, bro.
Nah.
Bro, that's why we here today. You doing something different, though.
Now I'm doing something because I'm highlighting the youth and people like you.
See, this is
That's
different.
good.
That's different.
This
different.
may
That's
be
inspiring.
different for
Yeah.
your lane, bro. You know
Hell
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, you know, maybe you're not releasing as much music that you want to, but now you're thinking different than who you were a couple years ago. You know what
I'm thinking
saying?
more just giving
You know
and
what I'm saying?
highlighting.
Yeah, of course.
You're
Like the
you're giving
people.
back in a different way. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
And that's dope. That's progression. You know what I'm saying? You're not. It's not. What they call this linear.
Yeah, that
going-
is
you're going this
linear.
way.
But yeah.
I'm gonna interrupt real quick before I forget.
You're
But
going
y'all
horizontal.
heard Instagram's taking away likes. You can't see likes anymore.
I kinda
You
like
heard
that
about
aspect, bro.
I like it too because people. I feel like you're saying, the state of music as of right now. People will like your song if you get 1 million likes or something. I ain't
And
gonna
it's
hate.
trash
I ain't gonna
sometimes.
say
But-
any names, but like 6ix9ine, like type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, that motherfucker was funny to me, so I enjoy watching his shit.
See, exactly. He
Outside
funny.
of the shit that he did on the side,
He
you know,
funny, but
Funny.
okay, I ain't gonna talk about his music, but you know he
Talk
had to
about
be
it, man.
funny,
Shit,
and
talk
his
about
social
that.
media got him
He's
to where he's at, where his music
a
ain't
marketing
like the
genius,
weekend.
damn
It
near.
ain't like, you know what
Nah,
I'm saying.
It ain't the weekend.
The weekend's fire. Like he's straight fire, and he don't need no million likes to see that. So I feel like with Instagram taking away all these likes and shit, we can really focus and just listen to quality of the music
So
now.
so here's where I'll buy into that. They could take away the likes,
Okay.
but are they gonna take away the fact that your interaction and engagement is gonna drive you up to the top?
I feel like if your music is really there and your mindset that 80% business is really there, yeah.
I feel like for Instagram, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day,
Exactly.
they're gonna see where people are engaged. They're gonna drive them people to the top. And this is so. Here's a good thing.
Like
that I'm telling you.
logarithms and shit.
This is what I'm gonna tell you right now.
Logarithms.
I was with my homeboy. Shout out to my homeboy Dex Beats, amazing dude who kind of knows the kind of the back end and the marketing aspect of where things going. And I seen his transgression through music. But he talked about IGTV and how IGTV is gonna be essentially the next big thing. And I honestly think it is.
Hey, that's what I've noticed is every time I utilize IGTV, I
It's
get more
bumping you
views.
to the top.
I get more views. I get more likes.
Yes.
Just using the Instagram tool. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying?
Yo, I
so-
posted artwork the other day. I got
It-
39 likes. I got 25K followers. Yo, I posted a video of me on this little podcast doing like a live rendition, and that shit got like 3,000 plays, and it was like 400 or 500 to 600 likes. Right.
Yeah,
So
see?
it's like where is it going? But what Instagram is doing is they're bumping your IGTV up because
Yeah,
they want
they
that
do.
to grow past YouTube.
Oh,
So I'm saying if you stay ahead of the curve right now,
Mm-hmm.
deliver content.
That's gems
Put
right
on
there, y'all.
IGTV.
And the
Yeah.
upcoming artists, man, pay attention.
Yeah, man. Go crazy, man.
Utilize the tools that you're using. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I noticed too is because I use both. Just like the regular timeline versus IGTV, and I've noticed that IGTV, yeah, you get more views and shit. So it's weird. You know what I mean? But
And you gotta utilize the tools that you're given nowadays. So social media, yeah, you still gotta utilize it to grow your music at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta share the shit. So like we talked about like where streaming is today, where artists is today, but I didn't hear from you. Like what still allows Russ to want to create? Because I feel like you don't stop, bro. Like you damn near like
He is.
I'm
I
checking.
stopped.
Like we shot that video. Shout out to you for getting me out of retirement. We shot a video. I got really good feedback.
hey, you know what's crazy,
and
bro?
then the motherfucker's still going. Like he
Hey,
got
bro.
a video every week.
We
bro.
literally recorded that song last November here. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, was it?
That was the day after Thanksgiving, bruh.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to you.
Oh,
man.
Hey,
shit.
we recorded it here the day after Thanksgiving. We shot a video in the 3UP studio,
Mm-hmm.
and then because I was on Facebook the other
I love
day.
that song, by the way.
I was on Facebook the other day, and you get Facebook memories and shit, right? And they're like, "Oh, this is exactly from 1 year ago today." I was like, "Oh shit!" It was me and you. After Thanksgiving, it was like November 26th or some shit like that, bro. And we recorded Visualize right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we literally released it. I released it November 4th, 2019.
To keep it 100, he came with a song ready, bro. He was just like, okay, have
Hey,
your
but-
old ass on here because you sound like Jay-Z, like when you putting some little metaphors together. I'm like, I'm old enough to be that motherfucker. So yeah, let me go ahead and put it down. Shout out to Kiyomi though. I
Hey,
love
shout
what
out to
she
Kiyomi,
doing,
man.
yeah.
She doing her thing. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Russ. He first put me on Kiyomi, so she doing great things.
Yeah, yeah.
That's another thing I was talking about. Like you got a good ear for talent, both of y'all. You know,
Yeah. I think-
utilize these talents. Get some. motherfuckers do not like contracts in place. But if you find these good, talented artists, you give them an outlet, you give them beats, you give them. Don't hesitate to put a fucking contract in their face, bro.
That's one thing we did. That's one thing we did in 2019 with all the artists in JZP. You know, I had to talk with all the artists, and you know, it was
how easy is that conversation? Like,
it's
walk
not
them
easy.
through that.
It's not easy, but you know, we had to come to an agreement to where we don't want money or, you know, like stupid ass little things to come before our friendships, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I known these guys for years. You know what I'm saying? I love them. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want
some of these people to. I'm like, bro, you ain't even have hit 5,000 views on your YouTube. You over here looking at me like, nigga, I'm trying to take your last dollar. Like, like, nah, this is a contract in place, but you using my space.
Exactly. So you know, you gotta come real, and you know, you gotta let them know where you coming from and where they coming from, and there has to be some type of reason, you know what I mean, in place to where there's a mutual agreement between you and the artist and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, at the end of the day, now like everyone's moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So anytime I get my nigga AntTrax on a song, we gonna split that motherfucker 50-50 easy.
Good. I love that. I love that.
Anytime,
shout out to Distro Kid. They made that shit easy,
talk,
man.
bro. You know what I'm saying? If I have like 4 motherfuckers on the song, we each getting 25%. You feel me? And we gonna do that, and we gonna move on to the next. And now we have the machine to make music, and we're just gonna pump out hella songs, and that's what we're gonna balance out. You feel me? Instead of tripping off of like, oh, Russ is getting all the music or so and so's getting all the music, like where's my payout? Like, nah, we don't do that no more. We're gonna split everything, and everything's on contract now, bro.
Keep it going, man.
Yeah, I actually got a question for you, Dash. We was talking about the current state of music and everything, right? And you was talking about how you hold on to your music and you don't want to drop it, even though hella motherfuckers dropping hella music nowadays, lack of quality. Why? What's stopping you? Because I know you got hits on deck, bro.
Yeah, Mike, why? What is that? What's up with that?
What do you think is the current state of music, man?
This is
every time I see Mike, man, I'm like, Mike, he always got like 3 albums to show me ever since I see him. I'm like, Mike. Mike.
To be honest, I'm not. So here's the thing. I'm a studio rapper now. So I know how to differentiate myself.
Everybody's studio rapper.
No, a studio rapper is somebody who doesn't want to do the legwork to go out there and do the shows.
Oh, okay.
And mind you not, I always prided myself because I always had a live band when I would do shit, or I would do shit, and that was my differentiation. I had no background vocals. I would really do a real show. A real show. And like, I'm talking about start to finish, I would rehearse, and my shit would be on point. So that was my differentiator, because I was also, this is a black sport. And I was like, yo, let me make sure that when I did a show, it was something that was impactful for somebody to be like, yo, that shit was tight. I may not love the song, but the way that he came about it was tight. But today's Asian music, I don't understand how to market yourself, get yourself out there the same way I did back then. Before, it was like, dump everything on Twitter, release a lot of videos. Eventually, the world will follow you.
I feel like
now it's not like that no more.
I feel like the doors are opening at this point. You know? No, honestly, like the younger generation, they're so open minded, bro. They're so open to gays. They're so open to culture. They're very protective of everyone. They're so sensitive to everyone, and the race is nothing to this young culture. You know what I mean?
But that's where, in today's world, I'm gonna figure out the other aspects, and I'll be the Dame Dash and Suge Knight too.
I'll tell you this.
Like
I'll tell you this too, bro.
And I'll make sure everybody get paid and get you guys to be on a global scale to feed your families. That's where my idea in life wants to go, because we didn't do this music for 5 or 6 years, even going on to 12 years, for us to not have this support our families. Like,
that's what keeps me going too. You know, you ask like what keeps us going with this music shit. It's in us, bruh.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people
it's not fabricated.
It's not fabricated, man. People do this music shit and they think it's like fun. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get hella bitches. I'm gonna get paid real fast. But it's got to be in your heart at the end of the day, and that's it for me. You know, like when my kid came, Zion. You know, like
man, shout out to that. You know what's? I love seeing the young people that I've seen have kids, because you maneuver different when you have a kid, bro.
Yeah,
bro. I bet.
Yeah,
can you talk to me about that?
When my kid came, I thought,
Sarah, you about to be fucked up on it.
like I'm ready.
Right.
But when my kid came, I thought, okay, I'm gonna quit music like everybody else did. You know what I'm saying? But I tried to quit.
You can, bro.
But I cannot, bro. I was like, man, what the fuck?
See, when you go to work, all you can think about is getting home, work on music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know
and
what I mean?
when my kid came, I wanted to get in the studio harder.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I had lack of time because I'm putting all my time into my kid. So when he's sleeping, that's my time to get in the studio and make this music, you know?
Amazing.
So
Yeah.
it's a blessing because I didn't think that when he came, you know what I'm saying? And
It made you grind harder.
it made me grind harder, bro.
What I tell
Yeah.
people is it doesn't make you, because when you young, you will grind harder, but what you thought was harder is, yo, I'm up till 5 a.m. drinking, doing dumb shit, and not being productive. But when you have a kid, if you taking me 5 minutes away from my kid, this shit better be impactful to me.
Bro.
Like, I better, that's why, like, for you to come out here today and drive in that crazy ass traffic and come out
the
here
rain.
spending time, get a babysitter. Like, I understand what that is, bro. Like, I totally get it.
Yeah.
And like, for you to do that and still perfect your craft, like what having a kid did to me is it allowed me to eliminate the bullshit that I would normally get
Bro.
myself in.
Let
I'd
me-
be like,
let me
yo, I'm
talk
not
about
going
that
there
too,
because of that, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'll chill with
let
my
me
kid.
get into
Yeah,
it.
hell yeah, hell
like
yeah.
man, shout out to Tracy fucking watching
yeah.
him right now. You know what I'm saying? But
Trigger.
But I want to get into what you just said, bro. Like back then when I was doing music, I didn't mind putting out my time, my effort for other people, and not getting anything out of return, you know,
Yeah.
for it. But when my kid came, I was like, okay, you ain't
It
taking,
kind of makes sense.
you ain't taking anything. You can't take anything from me now. You taking away from my kids, so I
Sure.
need to get something out of this. That, you know, that's why you see the 5 freebies. That's why you see me putting on my website now. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't about me no more. It's
Yeah.
about my kid. Like
sure.
you can't waste my time. You wasting my kid's time.
For
my
sure.
time with him. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So
Yo, and at the
you
end of
gotta
the
pay
day,
me for that shit. No.
no, exactly.
You do,
And when you
you
wake
do.
up in the morning, your kid doesn't give a fuck about your hangover. He don't give a fuck about what you had going.
He hungry.
Oh my God, I had made 7 beats last night and I had to drink 2 bottles of heme. Like, your kid is waking up 100% going, and and he or she doesn't have any right to have to deal with your hangover. And I felt selfish at times. That's why the dividing force with music was always like
Oh,
super
I see why you
divided.
became a studio rapper.
Yeah,
see
I
what
don't
you're
like the
saying.
aspect of it, you know.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know. I actually, when my kid came, I made a home gym so I could work out at home.
Yeah.
My home studio. I really don't fly out as much as I used to, but I try to when it's a really big deal, when it's worth the time and the money and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I prefer being at home in the studio. You know,
All this
with my
motherfucker do is
kid.
work, bro.
Yeah.
All this
Nah,
motherfucker do is
man.
work. I haven't seen
I
my nigga
appreciate
in a
that.
long time.
That's 3
Hey,
up, right?
man,
We
thank
about
you for
grind.
coming out, bro.
Hey.
God damn.
You know what I mean?
Thank you for coming
He's
out.
always working, bro. I'm gonna keep it real.
I gotta be.
He's always working, take care of his family, man, and
I love that, bro.
yeah.
I love that, man.
It's so crazy because you know we all still rocking. You know what I'm saying? After all these years, you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Like
music-
we still rocking. Like JZP is like as most solid as ever, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I love that, bro.
It's
I love
so
that.
dope, bro.
I'm damn near like a distant member of that shit.
pretty much. Yeah, he pretty much.
I'm in this bitch. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah. It's
Hey,
dope,
can you
it's
guys
dope.
can you guys outline to the kids and the youth what you guys are using equipment wise and why you're using it?
Okay, yeah. You know what? Russ gonna talk shit. He about to roast me for this, but I used to hate FL, bro.
Man.
I would say FL was trash.
Was it?
You know, bro, because I've been on FL Studio since I was 14 years old, so since like 2003. You know what I'm saying? I was a freshman in high school using it wasn't even called FL Studios. It was called Fruity Loops at the time. And then when I met AntTrax, this is probably a little before I met him in person. I would post on my Instagram, and he'd be like talking hella shit about FL Studio. Like, man, that's some weak ass
No
shit.
cap, though. It was trash.
was
back then.
FL Studios looked at like Final Cut X? You know,
Yeah, it was.
like people was like Final Cut X. You ain't a real video.
You gotta go on Premiere or
I'm
whatever.
Like,
you
bitch,
feel me?
that shit is cool.
Hey, but you know what? A 2018 Jazzy, shout out him, man. He put me on
Shout out
FL,
Jazz.
and FL has actually improved like crazy in the past 2-3 years.
Oh yeah.
They are top 2 with Ableton as of right now.
Yeah, at the end of the
so-
day, it doesn't matter how it was made. It's just what the fuck that shit
That's
sound
true.
like.
It
man.
really-
Yeah,
that's
of
true.
course. Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you can make music, with like a phone and that's it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
bro.
That's
But-
true.
But equipment wise, if you want to get
What are
into
you
that,
using?
Yeah, what
Yeah.
are you using? Like, what's your laptop? What FL Studios like? What you got in your? If you had
Okay.
5 essentials, you know how they put
5
that shit on
essentials.
GQ? Like, yo, 5
Okay,
essentials.
okay. You just need a mouse, a laptop, any kind, and FL. That's it.
FL. And then bottle of Hennessy, obviously.
And a bottle of Hennessy, bro, for real. For
Well,
real.
I need
motherfuckers
some
got me
weed.
drunk.
I need some goddamn weed.
Okay,
'cause
but-
Damn,
I be-
you smoke weed?
hell yeah, I smoke weed. I'm never ever gonna stop.
But
Damn,
for real, like
shit
you
get me
need good
creative.
monitors. You really
Oh,
do.
good monitors, okay.
You need at least 8 inches. I saw you got 2 8 inches over there, right? HS8 and the Rocket 8.
Oh, what are y'all talking about?
Equipment, bro? You faded.
I just kidding.
Damn.
What the
man.
hell y'all talking about?
A lot of people say you don't need good monitors, but you
I know you
really-
need good monitors,
do.
yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
hear what you're, you gotta hear on what you're making. You know what I'm saying? I didn't take acoustics really seriously until maybe the last year, and your acoustics gotta be right. So
The positioning of your monitors.
Positioning your monitors gotta be 35 degrees facing you the way you had it.
You gotta be right.
You gotta have the paddings on the
Padding
wall.
on the wall.
So
Yeah.
you don't have that echo, cause
No
what-
reverb. You don't want no reverb.
What I realized was when you like, it sounds dope in your studio without the acoustics, but when you take it to the car, you're like, how come it sounds whack in the car, right?
Yeah, that
The
should be
Cortez.
fooling
You gotta
motherfuckers, bro.
you gotta have a lot of different reference outlets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So-
you damn near gotta go from like the beats to your earbuds to the
Yeah.
studio to your car.
But let
To the
me say
phone.
this though:
Yeah.
if you got the right acoustics, then it will sound.
What kind of when you talk about acoustic, what kind of equipment are you talking about?
I'm just talking about padding on the wall.
Padding.
Oh, padding on the wall.
Studio
Positioning
phone.
your speakers.
No, your shit's cool.
Yeah, your shit's dope.
I was looking
bro.
at. I was like,
Yeah.
man,
Nah,
you got
nah,
shit
people don't
hanging.
like the studio for mixing. I'll be honest because
Yeah,
the
sure.
the we built this room and we built a room inside a room, but we don't know what the fuck we were doing. I was just like, yo, like I don't want no lights. I want to rebuild the room so the padding doesn't bleed.
Yeah.
But we didn't know. So like, if I could do it over again, I'd redo it. But I'm happy with where it is. But
No,
there's
it's cool.
there's a lot of good engineers that have gone in there and it's drove them crazy. There's a lot of good engineers that have gone in there and they've loved it. So
I
it kind of
actually
depends
would-
on the person who's in there.
When I was making beats earlier, it didn't sound right to me at first, but that's just I wasn't used to. My acoustics
Yeah.
are different.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I backed up, I was like, oh shit, it sounds
That's
actually
what it is.
dope.
Yeah.
You got to back up.
Sound dope.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Especially in my studio too. There's sweet spots in the
Yeah,
studio.
this sweet
and
spot in
sure.
every
Yeah.
studio.
And you know when I mix, I do a lot of my mixing on my closed in headphones. You know what I'm saying? So it all
okay.
depends on how you mix. I use both monitors and headphones, but a lot of them start with my headphones. And
Yeah,
so,
I would be the worst mixer because I just slap my shit. My eardrums would be blown.
And so
My
like,
shit
the
really-
headphones I got, they're like $300 headphones. You know what I'm saying? Like they're-
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Well, what kinds? Tell the people.
they're Yamahas because you know the monitors of Yamahas. I want to keep everything all standard and
Nice.
everything. But
Nice.
I forgot what kind they were, but
Yeah, you gotta.
I remember
hit
the
Russ
tag.
up
I
on his
remember the
DM,
tags. You know
feel
what I'm
me?
saying?
Yeah.
Hey, that motherfucker was like 300 plus, man, and they sound good. They sound better than Bose headphones, man. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is leveled the way it's supposed to sound, and then on top of that, I use like other references too. You know what I'm saying? You got to use your AirPods. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because that's what motherfuckers do average.
Yeah,
on
you
how
need
to-
different
you know what I'm
renditions and
saying?
shit.
The car test, the,
The car
AirPods,
test,
you know,
yes.
it got to sound right.
Hey, the
with
car
that.
test is
Yeah.
big, bro.
Oh,
But
yeah, the car
sometimes some
test.
car tests, bro. I remember when I was driving a Prius and I would ride in my boy's Benz, and I would hop back in my Prius. I was like, this motherfucker done. My shit doesn't sound like this shit out of a tin can, bro. That shit sound weak as fuck.
Man.
No, but that's dope. You, as far as equipment wise, so basically Fruity Loop Studio, having good monitors.
You know,
is
for
key.
me, like I was saying earlier with my roots and everything, I gotta have like a little mini keyboard with me if
Okay.
I'm traveling and making beats. You know, nowadays I think all the kids just use a mouse, bro, and they're
Yeah.
just clicking in their melodies.
You know
and
what's
everything.
crazy,
There's
bro?
some kids that I got in here, bro. They don't even have like they don't even know how to use a keyboard.
Bro, I don't know how to use a keyboard.
What?
When I make beats, or I mean like a piano keyboard. You know what I'm saying? Like a regular, like a little, what you use?
Yeah.
When I make beats, I use a fucking computer keyboard. Cause that's what I started on.
Oh shit!
You know, we make movies out here. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
making movies from like
You
not
know,
even.
you know what I'm saying? Like my last album that I produced, I dropped in this past July. All my beats, I made it on my little ass keyboard, bro. You know what I'm saying? And what I found out later on was it was all within, they call it the golden ratio, bro.
Okay, tell people
golden-
what
the
the
gold-
fuck the golden ratio.
Yeah,
is.
The
what
golden
fuck is
ratio
that?
was it's 3 chords that are within just like within 8 octaves of whatever the fuck the keyboard is, my dude. And yeah, hey, and it's crazy because I always use the 3 same buttons every single time, and I might change it up here and there, but it's been working for me. You know what I'm saying? And
Hey, whatever works for you, man.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of music, man. Like
So-
you're creative in your own way.
When you talk about being creative, like what aspects or things that you include in your creativity? Is there lighting? Is there drink? Is there
Bruh,
smoke? Obviously smoke for your ass. But
Oh yeah, I have to.
God damn
It's
it.
Hennessy for me for sure. Y'all
Really?
got that?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta be.
When I
They be thinking
create,
we alcoholics though, because I leave this studio, I be blitzed.
when I
every
create, like if I were to write a song, I would rather smoke than drink.
Really?
Because but if I were to record, I'd rather drink than smoke.
Oh, because you get the emotions out better.
You would, yeah, you become more.
Basically, you just said you just about to do everything in the whole process of the night.
to
bro.
do
you know what I'm saying? But
I'm gonna start off smoking, but the minute that this shit is done, I'm about to go
yeah,
drink.
yeah, that's how it is. So with me, like when I write a song, I'll smoke and I'll have some type of caffeine. You know what I'm saying? I'll
Gotcha.
either need like a energy drink,
Coffee.
or like a fucking what they call that shit, babe? Triple fucking espresso from Starbucks or
About
something.
that 5 hour
bro, you know what I'm
energy. You
saying?
fuck with that?
So I need the weed to get me creative, and then I need the caffeine to fucking keep me energized. You know what I'm
Man, this
saying?
boy got an upper and a downer. He
You know, it's
done popped the
crazy, yo.
Viagra and an ecstasy all in one.
Hey,
If you try to make sexy songs, you know.
hey, but it comes out fuego every time.
You know, I watched this other podcast actually that was talking about creativity.
Damn, your voice sounds sexy as fuck all of a sudden, bro. What the
shit.
fuck? Shit, bro.
Nah, but
Damn, no cap.
but this podcast was talking about
It's that
creativity,
Henny.
and it basically said,
Where do you get your inspiration from? Where do you get your inspiration from?
Oh yeah, I'm getting there.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah. So basically the creativity comes when you are the most relaxed state, because when you overwork and overthink things, you aren't gonna be as creative. You know what I'm saying? So I was watching this podcast. I was
I
saying,
fuck with that.
like when you're in the shower, you ever realize you come up with all these creative melodies and ideas and everything? You know what I'm saying? Because you're in a relaxed state. 'Cause
Hey,
you-
my shit be coming in the car, bro.
like, yeah,
Mine's in the car.
My
are you
shit, all my
relaxed?
melodies
mine's
come in the car, bro.
Are you
My pop
relaxed in the
melodies.
car, right? Because you just drive and you just chilling.
I drive like a grandma, bro. I'm used to having work
Hey,
in
me
the car,
too.
bro.
Me too.
I was a trapper for years, bro. So I drive like a granny, even in that.
I take my
Yeah.
time, man. I take my time.
So like that's why you see like Facebook and like all these other big companies, they give wine to their employees to keep them in a relaxed, creative mindset.
That's smart.
You know, what
That's
I'm saying?
smart.
That's smart.
Have you ever tried to meditate?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
bro,
actually
trust
do
me.
meditate.
Bro,
Yeah,
I need to learn that shit because I've tried it
Yeah.
and I'll be looking
Changes
at the
your
same
fucking
shit.
life.
We do that all the time.
Changes
Me
your
and
life,
Sarah do that
dog.
shit all the
Yeah.
time.
How do you
man.
meditate though? Because sometimes they'll be like, just follow this thing, and I'll be looking at like different
It's
things.
just,
Because my eyelids be closed, and sometimes the shit that moves, I'll be following that. By the end of it, I feel stressed out because I can't figure out which one I was supposed to follow.
No, it takes work to meditate.
it's-
it's
nothing.
work.
It takes work to think nothing.
Yo, that
It's
shit is
crazy.
big,
It's
though.
counterintuitive.
That shit is big. But you know what helps me meditate more or less is actually, let's say, going to the gym and then going to the sauna.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The sauna,
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll fuck around and I feel good.
Yeah.
Like I'm centered.
Exactly. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Sarah do the same thing. Like we run. After we run, we'll sit outside and you know what I'm saying? We'll just
That's what y'all call it, run, huh? Sis? All right, cool.
I do that too. I do that. I do my own she hating. I do my own version, you know what I'm saying?
All right, that's another podcast.
She just gets
goddamn.
that. She gets there first, and then I come out. But no, I do my own shit. You know what I'm saying?
All right, there you go.
How'd you memorize all that shit, bro? What
Bro,
the
there's
fuck?
He just
little
pressing. He
things,
just
yeah.
pressing buttons.
Yeah, I'm pressing
Buttons.
buttons. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. All right, so this is actually a really, really good segment that I want to get into, and this is actually something that I feel like I'm very serious in. So, you guys talked about the creative process. You guys been in it since before there was ever anybody like looking like us, from a producer standpoint to somebody singing, all the way down to somebody rapping like my old ass. The Asian scene and where it stands today. How do y'all feel about it? How do you guys appreciate where it is? Do you guys like where it is? Do you guys feel like there's room for growth? Where do you guys stand in it?
I feel like there's room for growth.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like the doors are opening big time.
I feel like
Yeah.
bigger than ever. Yes,
Yeah,
the
bigger
doors
than
are
ever.
open.
So with my whole like the way I think about it is when I first started my journey in the music game, I didn't want to carry the flag. I wanted all my artistry to speak for itself, just like what you say. You know what I'm saying? And that's true. And
Yes.
I still believe in that. I always believe in that because just like we say, when you hear a song, you want to close your eyes and you don't want to see colors. You don't want to see nothing like that. But this journey, just like what you said, you can't keep doing the same thing and expect different results.
I feel it.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm at that point in my life where I'm like, you know what? I've been doing my thing for so and so years, doing that route. So now I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. So maybe I can do, let's say I'll do this, but I won't do it how others did it before me. I'm gonna do it better. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not them. They're not me. I sound better. I got a better squad.
Say that.
You know what I'm saying? I got better branding and everything. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it will be different. And if not, then I'll switch it up again. You know what I'm saying? It's all about adaptation. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it moving, learning from the process. And, you know, there's pros and cons of what other people might think about what we're doing or how to move. But this is my journey, and I'm going to do what feels right to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shout out to Russ. One thing I appreciate about Russ is he's always stood by his artistry. I've never ever looked at Russ as a Filipino artist.
Thank you,
always
brother.
looked at him as somebody just making really dope music. And as a collective, as far as his grind, that's something that I've always appreciated. Even till now, like people like me who are taking a back seat to things, I look at Russ and I'm like, I get inspired to like release this archive of music. So I just want to say I appreciate everything that you're doing.
dude.
That's dope, bro.
And then, you know, AntTrax.
Man.
It's not a lot of fucking Asian, you know. Obviously, shout out to Chad.
Hey, no, bro, I'm
Chad from
real.
the Neptunes. Chad from the Neptunes laid everything down, the
Chad,
foundation.
bro.
That was the person that I fell in love with the Neptunes growing up. But for you, I feel like you damn near, you like our Metro Boomin. like that's what you market
No,
yourself
I'm gonna keep it
as.
real, bro. There ain't no other.
You got slaps, bruh. For real.
There ain't no other Asian or even even a Vietnamese American producer better than AntTrax. I'm gonna keep a motherfucking 100. That's for real. You feel me? There ain't nobody that sound like AntTrax. AntTrax is his own artist. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that he's part of our squad. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
I just love how y'all rocking together. But
yeah.
AntTrax, talk about it, because I know you intertwined with just, I think out of a lot of people, because I know Russ is intertwined with a lot of Asian artists.
Yeah.
But for you, like you've actually been there with like the Jins. I see you with the Little Crazed.
Oh, shit.
I see you with Little Crazed. He reminds me of just the YouTube artist that I saw had a lot of fans, and he did his damn thing. So shout out to him.
Yeah. Shout out
He
Lil
took care of
Craig.
his family. I don't know. You've been able to kind of dibble dab in both and do it very kind of nonchalantly without having to try. And I appreciate that, bruh, because that's hard to do, bruh.
I honestly don't even see what y'all see from, outside looking. I appreciate it. That's crazy, because for me,
You just doing your thing.
I'm just doing my
Yeah.
thing. Like I grew up, with Hispanics, with blacks, Filipinos, Vietnamese, all races, bro.
That's what the Bay Area is.
That's what it is.
Exactly.
right?
That's what the Bay Area is.
Hey, but what I've learned though is outside of our culture, because this is our culture right here. You know what I'm saying? Outside of our culture, they see us as one, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100.
I'm going to tell you this. Yes, they see us as one, but the Bay Area is a melting pot for some. That's a whole different vehicle, bro.
I'm talking outside the Bay Area, because we trying to make it out of the Bay Area.
No,
bro. You know what
I'm telling
saying?
you this. Yeah, outside of the Bay Area, yes, but when we go to different aspects and different areas, we more respected now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it was a little challenging, especially when I was coming up. So like people like
Yeah,
you
that's
who
what I'm
are
saying.
continuing to keep that torch lit, like,
for me,
and I appreciate that shit. That shit is dope, bro.
for me, I try to not even look at race as a color. I never saw music as a color.
Thank you.
You see Eminem. I never thought of him as a white boy. I mean, everybody else did, but to me, I was like, oh shit, he pretty dope.
Sarah still slap Eminem.
Yeah, I still slap Eminem, bro.
No,
He
she does.
the goat. Eminem's one of the goats.
Eminem
It just
is
pops.
great,
It just
bro.
pops up on her.
But I never looked at. I look at music as an art, and that's what it is at the end of the day. So, for me, that's why you kind of see I did it as nonchalant, because I just never put it in my mind, that it was a race thing. I know some people definitely see it as that, and it probably is. It probably isn't. I try not to though, but
Yeah,
sometimes I do feel
I
like
try not to too.
sometimes I feel like it is about race sometimes, because I feel like, because most of the people that hit me up, like Lil Craze, like Jen Gates, you know what I'm saying? Like they do hit me
shout
up.
out to them, man.
Yeah,
Because
shout out
I
to
do
them.
watch
Yeah,
their
shout out
shit,
to
and I
them.
appreciate
Yeah,
what
yeah.
they're doing.
I
so.
definitely appreciate them looking
That
at
boxing
me
match
as
was hella
like-
funny, dude.
I didn't watch it. I heard about it. I didn't watch it though.
Yeah, you didn't watch it?
Yeah, that shit was
shit.
pretty crazy and funny. So, they held it down, but
But yeah, for the Asian man, we hold it down. We stick together, and
I think-
really love
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love
I think from an aspect of where Asian culture is and where hip hop is today, I feel like you two have a really big lane. And I'm gonna tell you this: is don't stop what y'all doing.
Yeah.
I say brand
You
out.
too, man.
I say brand out, market even bigger. Like,
Yeah.
think bigger than what this microcosm is out here.
Oh yeah.
Because go out to Asia, get your bag in Asia.
Oh yeah.
Develop that sound
That's where
that
I want
people
to go,
want.
man.
Yeah, man.
I want to
And
go
you
to
know
Japan. I want to go.
what? You need to
Korea.
figure out the algorithms to get your shit popped up at the next
Man.
motherfuckers there. But we gonna talk about that in a whole different aspect because I'm a master of that. You know,
Yeah.
we gonna talk about
Really?
some contracts later. You know, figure this shit out. But when it's all said and done, a good question is where do you guys want yourself to be looked at? Let's say music was to end today, AntTrax. Where do you want yourself to be imprinted as? And Russ,
You mean what
Same as you.
legacy do we want to leave
What
behind?
legacy do
with
you
this,
want behind
man? Like, shit, if next 5-10 years I want to be up on stage on Coachella DJing, you know, that's where my
say
roots
that
is at.
we gonna
you know?
manifest it
Oh, yeah.
today.
Hey, I'ma manifest,
Today we
bro.
gonna manifest that shit. It's gonna come to life.
Yes, man. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Same thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, not only me, but I want the whole squad, AntTrax, the DJs, the producers. I want all of us on stage. I want an hour set on Coachella to just fucking rock out with our fucking cock out.
If you've never been to a Russ Cosson show, man, shout out to Russ Cosson. Whether there's like 3 people or 500 people, Russ is gonna shut that shit down with his
that's
whole
real.
crew and represent. That's what I love
feel
about
me?
Russ, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And what I want to leave, what I want to be seen as later on, you know what I'm saying? Let's say in like 10, 20 years, I want people to look back and be like, oh, Russ Cosson, him and Jungle Zone was doing their thing. I want to be another page in the hip hop book, you know what I'm saying? And just be a pioneer for our culture, you know what I'm saying? Not just for Filipinos, but for Asian Pacific Islanders and the others in general, you know what I'm saying? And I want to be a legend, man. I want to be a legend, bro. Like,
I think you guys are young kings and legends. So I just want to commemorate y'all before everything. Damn, I was like talking Asian and shit. See, that's the Hennessy. Goddamn, I want to give y'all roses before it's due and just say,
Hey, my
you
brother,
guys,
man.
you guys going crazy.
Hey,
Don't stop.
Dashay a legend too, man. For real,
man,
bro.
that's the whole nother podcast. We ain't talking about
Hey,
mine.
you a legend too, man.
We about to make a hit after this with you, bro.
Hell
Yeah, we
yeah.
gonna fuck around and we gonna
Hell
do some
yeah.
things. You know, so we gonna get into it. But before we end this thing, let's talk about 3 inspirations that you got on the producer side from you, AntTrax. Who are some people that inspired you to kind of get to where you at? And then Russ, from your side, who is the same people who inspired you?
You mean like producers?
It don't matter. Anytime.
inspired?
Musically, who inspired you musically?
Man, there's a lot of inspirations. Go first.
My inspirations right now, like if I were to make a song, if I hear a song and what inspires me to make a song or what I'm gonna write about is one, my old self. You know what I'm saying? Growing up. Because as corny as it sounds, as cliche as it sounds, the rags to riches story. Everybody has a rags to riches story, you know what I'm saying? But I really do have a rags to riches story, you know what I'm saying? And you have a rags to riches story. You have a rags to riches story. So it's not corny to talk about your own because what we're talking about is real, you know what I'm saying? And so one of the major inspirations for making my music is how I grew up, you know what I'm saying? I'm not living like that no more. But it really changed it made me who I am, you know what I'm saying? It made me realize it changed my my ideology of how I see things. I'm more appreciative of things, you know what I'm saying? And I understand things differently because of my past, you know what I'm saying? I also see how I'm living right now. You know what I'm saying? My past, my present, and my future. You know what I'm saying? I always see how I grew up, who I am now, and how I want to be. So that's what I talk about in my music. You know what I'm saying?
Love it. It's dope.
A lot of my music, I'll talk about how I was, how I am now, and what I want. You know what I'm saying? So I'll talk about how I grew up, how I'm living now. You know what I'm saying? I may not have like all the riches and all the money that I want right now, but and then the next line I'll talk about diamonds and gold chains because I'm manifesting that shit because I'm gonna get that motherfucker. Bro.
Yeah, I remember
know what
when
I'm
you
saying?
posted the Grammy and I was like, bro,
Yeah.
don't stop that shit, bro.
Yeah. manifestation.
I haven't
bro.
seen that in a while, so please bring it back.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh, man.
it's in my closet. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
It's a new year now, so I gotta make a new mood board and everything.
I enjoy
vision
that.
board
I
and
enjoy
You
everything.
got an inspiration board?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, that
me.
shit is big because I got
Yeah.
an inspiration board too.
Yeah,
that shit
man.
is big, bro.
I got one
And so
too.
I gotta make a new one for 2020. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, so myself would be an inspiration.
2 artists.
2 artists. Dr. Dre would definitely be an
Okay.
inspiration for
Shout
me.
out to Dr. Dre.
As a producer and just his
What
whole
about Nate
movement.
Dogg? What about Nate Dogg?
So Dr. Dre, Nate Dogg is included in Dr. Dre. You know what I'm
Damn, I
saying?
didn't even think about him like a Nate Dogg.
I see myself as a Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up, and because he was a. If you listen to a lot of my old beats, I used to rap. I used to do like a lot of gangster rap, but when I was a teenager, man, and a lot of my inspiration was off that whole street mentality, man. Because you know what I'm saying, I was like, that's how we grew up and everything.
You gotta level up though. There's a
You know what I'm
street
saying?
mentality, and you
Yeah.
guys have all grown up past.
You ain't gonna make money in that mentality. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
That's why. So my whole thing is now is I'm using it as negative reinforcement. You know what I'm saying? Like using my negatives that I've grown out of as a positive thing to move out of it. You know what I'm saying? And so Dr. Dre and his whole movement of starting, you know what I'm saying? Like he had the whole death row and everything, you know what I'm saying? And that's the way I see Jungle Zone. You know what I'm saying? I see it as I'm like a producer, engineer, executive producer, getting all these artists together with different styles, and we are just starting a whole movement. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know,
you're doing your damn thing.
so
man.
I'm doing it in my way. I'm doing it my way. Another artist that I see, so myself, Dr. Dre, and you know, I'll keep my third option open as far as not even hip hop, R&B, or nothing like that, bro. I listen to hella random shit, bro. I keep it real. I listen to a lot of weird stuff, man.
Nah, talk about it. What you got
Yeah,
in the
what's up, man?
playlist?
Tell the
I listen to a lot of jazz. I listen to a lot of swing music. I listen to a lot
You
of.
about to talk about Game of Thrones? I know it.
I listen to a lot, bro. I listen to just hella random, like nerdy shit. You know what I'm saying? Because
Hey, man.
and hip hop too. You know what I'm saying? I did the whole journey of West Coast. I did backpack rap. I did R&B, and it made me who I am today. You know what I'm saying? I did the whole East Coast thing. I know all about Nas and Illmatic, and I know all about that.
That's what got me to rap.
You know what I'm saying? So
Nas-
I can hear that in your and I can hear that in your flows, bro. You know
Illmatic got me
what
to
I'm
rap.
saying?
It
So
made
bro,
me a
Jay-Z.
Nas fan. Yeah, you feel
bro,
me?
you know what I'm saying? So
Jay-Z.
I know all about that. So I
Jay-Z, I was late on.
you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I did the whole West Coast thing, you know, the whole East Coast, West Coast beat. And I seen both sides, bro. Like Biggie Smalls is one of my favorite rappers to
Hey,
death.
he's also there because
You know what I'm saying?
One
Biggie
thing I was
Smalls.
priding
and
myself
we had
on
the
is-
he died on my birthday, bro.
one thing
March
I
9,
prided
that's
myself
March
on
9.
is
That's right.
is delivery.
Oh,
yeah.
bro.
He was the sickest
It's
at the time.
Making people feel you. Like Pac gave me the idea to make people feel you, but like Biggie gave me the idea to
Lyricism.
say it in the right context
Yes.
to make people like.
Hell yeah.
See, with
you know,
Pac,
to
with Pac
say
and
it
Big,
right, you feel me?
with Pac and Big, Pac had a story, and he was more about the feeling, but Biggie was the better rapper, the better
Yeah,
lyricist.
for sure. I agree with that,
bro.
But you know, Pac had me in my feelings. So
Yeah,
To
exactly.
me, that went further in music, bro.
Yeah,
Like, and
yeah.
I go by that to this day. Like, I might not know where this beat should be, but if I feel it in my heart, I'm gonna say, "Yo, put that shit there."
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's just how I run by. I was
That's
always
true.
going by that.
that's
All
true.
right, all right. I'm
AntTrax, go ahead.
I'm gonna keep it
Inspirations
music.
for you.
You say inspiration, so I was thinking like, oh, what? My mom, like my kid. Like, okay, we're gonna keep it
Your
musical.
kid is always your inspiration,
Yes,
bro.
of course. So we're gonna keep it musical.
That's
since
top.
it's a
We gonna say that
musical
God and your
podcast.
kid. That we gonna say. Say that.
So God and my kid first, but okay, Lil Jon, bro. Like I was saying earlier, he had the club popping back then.
Lil Jon a legend, bro.
Lil Jon.
Legend, bro. But and you
I
can hear
wasn't
it in
really
my
feeling
beats,
that
right?
Mac
Hey, there's a
Dre
song
one,
I want to
though.
mix or
Which one?
remix.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna show you in there.
All
man.
right.
Which one?
You ain't know. You ain't
But
know.
but Lil Jon gave me the energy. You can hear the energy.
Oh,
in
yeah,
my
yeah,
beats,
for
right?
sure. Hell
He
yeah.
gave me
It's that one
club
song that
energy.
goes. You know, okay, I ain't gonna sing it. My voice is.
Sing it.
Nah, I ain't gonna
All
sing it.
right.
You going in his man. You going.
So Lil Jon, he's the one that gave me the energy for that club shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah. I can hear it. I can hear it in your
Yeah,
beats.
for sure. Number 2 was Manny Fresh, bro.
Manny Fresh.
Manny
man.
Fresh.
God damn.
He put on for Cash Money, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I feel. I want to put on for Jungle Zone. I want to put on for my people. That's what he did.
You ain't even gotta say you aren't, bruh. You doing it, bruh.
We doing it.
Appreciate
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Hey, we
Yeah.
already
You doing it. You real life
Manny-
this shit, bro.
Already motherfucking doing
Manny
it, man.
Fresh, man. I feel like he really set the tone for the South, man. They saying Lex Luger, they saying who Shawty Red did it for the South. They saying Southside. Nah, bro, it was Manny Fresh. He was the first one to start
Manny
putting
Fresh
the drum
went crazy.
holes.
I
He was
fuck with
putting
it.
all like the trumpets and shit into his music.
I would even
really-
say Master P. You know what I'm saying? He from the
Master
Bay, but
P.
he moved out to New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
you
what I'm
gotta watch
saying?
his
Bro, Master P did a
oh, yeah.
lot.
generational life thing that he had for Revolt.
No limit, bro. They was doing it, man.
I like Master P as a man. He's definitely one of my inspirations as a man. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna keep music related. My third one's gonna be Drummer Boy.
Drummer Boy. I
Yeah.
saw that in your last one.
Yeah, Drummer Boy. Whew, he be going crazy.
Drummer Boy go crazy. I didn't know if Drummer Boy was just one person though. Is it one person?
Yeah, he just one guy.
Okay,
yeah,
that's dope.
yeah. He was running.
Hey, you know what's crazy is not a lot of people say Drummer Boy, but he's had such a big impact to like people.
Big time. He was running all the hits from 2000 to 2015. He did a Put On for Kanye West and Young Jeezy. Put on. That beat was
Actually, I don't like that
crazy.
song.
Oh shit!
I don't like
That was
that,
the
era.
transition.
I don't like
That was
that
the
era.
transition.
Like that was like 09 to like 13.
that beat though. That beat was hard.
I didn't like that beat.
Shit. So you don't like
that was
I didn't
the
like that
transition.
era. That's when Drake sucked. You know what I'm saying? Like
Drake was always good at articulating feelings, bro.
no, but during that time, like 2009 to 2013, that I did not like rap or hip hop during that era at all.
the West Coast sound during that time. Yeah, I know you wasn't fucking with it. It was like that piano.
It was weird. It was weird.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And even
I
just
like where the West Coast sounds at right now. You
yeah,
know
right
what
now
I'm
it's
saying?
cool. Right now it's cool because it has it has a little melodic R&B influence. But from 09 to 13, nah,
That's
and-
when he was watching Game of Thrones and listening to rock and shit. huh?
nah, that
pretty much.
I love that era actually, bro.
I hated that
I
era.
love that. I loved every year of hip hop. It's been crazy. Been crazy. All these years, the way it's just evolving, even to this day, bro. Like it's changing so quick. Even with producing, like the way producers make beats from last year, not completely, but like 70% different this year.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's crazy. It's evolving hella fast, and you got music. I feel like it's just a trend you gotta keep up with or
Yeah.
set the trend. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate y'all for like giving your input on who influenced y'all. I think as we wrap up this actual podcast, because this is a 3Up HQ creative session, and the podcast is outlined to actually give you an idea on who the artist is that we brought in. But I want to appreciate you guys. And as I've gotten older, I think one big thing that I've appreciated is time. And I know a lot of people say this shit, and this shit's very corny and cliche. But no, time is something that you will never get back. And you guys took time out of your day to drive through that crazy ass traffic that's worse than LA. You know, I appreciate Cool Guy for always coming here and
Shout out Cool
you know,
Guy.
knocking
You
out
been.
shit.
Shout out Cool
Appreciate
Guy.
you, sis,
Sarah
for coming
South.
out here, spending
Double O
time.
Films.
And I appreciate you coming from San Jose. That's like a 50 to an hour, 20-minute drive, depending
Oh, yeah.
on when you drive. And
It's
then
pretty
Russ
much 2
Cosson.
hours. It's pretty much 2 hours.
Yeah, pretty much 2 hours.
It's pretty much 2
but time is something you never get back, and the fact that you guys are in here in the studio with me today, that's
Hell
something
yeah.
that I appreciate.
My
and
brother,
I
man.
never get back. I know you guys can never get it back from me, and I'll never take it for granted. So
Bro.
I appreciate y'all.
Nah,
from
man,
the
it's
bottom of
definitely
my
an
heart.
honor to be in this podcast with you,
She
man.
was dope, man. Had
yeah,
fun.
she running
Had
the
fun,
bay,
man. My brother.
running the bay, man. You was holding
Thank
it
you.
down for the Asians, for in
Nah,
the
man,
bay,
there's a lot
bro.
of people.
Still,
You was the
still.
only Asian on freshman of the year.
Yeah, he
for
was.
Dizzler, bro.
Team Backpack, yeah.
Oh yeah, I
You
fucked up
was,
at that.
bro.
verse.
He had his
That's
he
a
had
big
his
deal,
brim
man.
like this.
Yeah, my brim was low.
You barely
You know
see his
what I'm saying?
eyes.
So it's definitely
Representing.
an honor to be here with you, bro.
I appreciate
for real
that.
though,
I
man.
appreciate that.
You
guys
gotta
were
play that
tuning
Matt
in.
Black song for us.
Oh no, we
I don't
not.
care
we
what you
not,
say.
we not. But this is a creative session, and this goes out to somebody that is near and dear to the hearts. We got him on the wall right now. It's somebody you said that was a big song for you.
shit.
So we're gonna play this song, and I just want you guys to follow AntTrax. AntTrax, can you tell them where to find you on social media?
Yeah. So it's AntTrax Music, but music is MUZIK.
Say that.
So ANTTREX MUZIK.
He got
Follow me
5
there.
beats on a freezy. If you can go ahead
On
and
the
manipulate
Freezy,
to
you gonna
to
love 'em
website.
too.
And then Russ, can you go ahead and tell people where to find you?
Oh yeah, Instagram, Twitter at Russ Cosson, RUSS COSON. You feel me?
Yeah, and these dudes do not stop the hits from coming. So make sure you tap in. This is the 3Up HQ Creative Spotlight with
Hey,
AntTrax
let's get it.
and Russ Cosson.
Hey,
let's get it.
Out
get
shit.
it.
Hey.
My brother, man.
Look, my nigga, this is dedication. This is anti-hesitation. This a real nigga celebration. It's a dime block declaration. 59th and 5th Ave, granny house with vanilla wafers. It's the remedy to separation. Tupac of my generation.